So let's say I'm having one cylinder. I'm just keeping it ASME Unicode division 1. Let's say I'm having 12 mm thickness. This is my shell on which I'm supposed to having one nozzle. Okay. So let's say I'm having one nozzle. Let's say it's 100 ml nozzle. UG45. Let's say it is at a distance of 1000 mm, orientation of 90 degrees. So let's say this is the nozzle what we are talking about. And if there are some external forces and moments, what we are going to enter from local stress analysis. Let's say I'm having WRC 297. Let's say there is some random value of the axial force and VLVC, let's say it is 300, 300. I'm just taking the random values. You can take whatever values have been given in your nozzle load table or to be given by your customer. So let's say I'm having some random values over here. I'm just going to show you the process. So when you are dealing with flange derating, so first we have to make sure that this axial force, whatever you are applying, if it is downward direction, so this force will not be considered in derating calculation because derating calculation is only applicable when the force is pulling in nature, means it is outward direction. So let's have the minus sign over here so that this force will be considered in derating. So let's say these are the forces what we have applied. These are the WRC stresses what we are seeing over here. So I have done with this. So let's say when we go into the load cases, in the load cases, you can see ANSI flange pressure reduction option. So there are multiple options, Kellogg's method, ASME UG44. So this is what we have to choose if we are dealing with any code which is after 2021 edition, including 2021. So let's say this is what we have to keep as a selected option. Then we again have to get into the nozzle. First, this option we have to always check whether it is UG44 or not. Here you can see derate the flange MAWP if externally loaded. We have to click on this checkbox. And then we need to perform the calculation. So usually in nozzle flange calculations, it will show you the MAWP, right? So in this case, it will show you the derated MAWP as well. So because of this addition of the forces and the moments, what is the effect is going to happen on that particular flange. So that concept I'm going to explain you, but this is what the procedure that anyone have to follow if they are dealing with PVD. So let's say nozzle flange MAWP. So if you click upon nozzle flange MAWP, you can see it over here. Here there is a nozzle description and minimum rating. So whatever rating 150 class we have chosen, so this is an MPa, so it is 17.9 bar. So here you can see as per UG44 B 17.9. Here this is the calculation what the software performs as per UG44B. UG44B there is an equation given. So this left hand side has to be less than this right hand side. So once it is done, then your flange is safe for the given external loading condition as well. And here the maximum pressure flange P max reverse calculation will be done and it will show you what is the pressure capacity of this particular flange after application of this loading. So you can see over here because of this loading, whatever the maximum capacity it has, it is 3.924 and by rating it is 1.79 and ultimately 1.79 prevails. So now let's try and understand the concept. So let's say we are dealing with one dish end and on top of it there is one nozzle. Let's say this is one flange. Then there will be a counter flange. And then there will be piping. Is it clear? So earlier, whenever we used to choose any standard flange. So what was the procedure? We were going into B16.5 or B16.47 as per the size of the flange. If it is less than 24, B16.5 is the standard what we used to open. Then based upon the material of construction, we used to go into the respective table and used to see that for the given MOC, for the given temperature, what is the rating, what that flange is showing. So let's say 17.9 is what the flange rating we are getting from there. Means what? For the given temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, let's say 705 flange can take the pressure up to 17.9 bar. So if our design pressure is lesser than that, we used to choose this flange. Let's say our design pressure is 10 bar and this is 17.9. So the flange is having higher capacity up to 17.9 bar. This flange is suitable. And we used to have this flange in our design. So as we are choosing this flange from B16.5, we were not performing any of the calculations on this because it is a standard part what we are choosing from B16.5. So earlier this was the procedure, pretty simple. But later on, it was observed that because of the additional forces and moments which are coming because of the nozzle loading. So let's say if there is some axial force like this, then there will be some moment like this, isn't it? So these are some of the things which are additionally acting on this. So let us first try and see how this flange joint works. Let's say if there is some internal pressure in this. So that pressure will try to force the fluid in this direction. And it will try to open the flange by pushing these two flanges away from each other. So the primary function of this pressure is to separate this flange. And then we are applying the bolt load so that the flange will remain in place. Correct? Now imagine, so primarily this pressure is pushing the flange away. Means the direction of the force is like this. So the pressure will push the flange in this outward direction. Now, if there is axial force which is coming because of the piping, because of thermal expansion, because of some weight, and it is also pulling in nature. So what is happening? So the pressure is trying to open the flange. At the same time, this force is also trying to open the flange. So the pressure is trying to open the flange and this axial force is also trying to open the flange. So what was happening? So because of this axial force, there will be some pressure generated on this surface. So that pressure also we need to consider. So this force was converted in the pressure at the same time. Now imagine if there is a moment of this kind. So what this moment is going to do? This will going to twist the flange like it will go down in this direction and it will be get up in this direction, isn't it? So again, this side will go down, but this side will come up. So from there also the leakage can happen. So if the moment is in this direction or in the other direction as well, except the torsion. In torsion, what is going to happen? If let's say this is the top view and if there is a torsion, so it is just going to twist the flange. It is not going to open up. It is just going to twist it on the surface itself. So that's the reason why torsion will not have any effect on this. But because of this moment, or let's say because of this direction moment or this direction moment, in both the cases, the flange will open up from one side. So the pressure is going to open the flange. This axial tensile force is going to open the flange. And if there is any moment which is also going to open the flange, so what is going to happen? So let's say earlier 17.9 is what the flange capacity and my design pressure was 10 bar. Now because of the axial force, let's say another 5 bar pressure is getting added and because of this moment another 6 bar pressure is going to add it. So how much it is? Total 21 bar. So our requirement was 10. The flange was having the capacity of 17.9. But now my requirement has changed. It has become 21. So I cannot use this flange. Can I use? No, because its capacity is lesser than that. So instead of adding these pressures into the design pressure, either you can add it in the design pressure or you can subtract it from the rating pressure. So this 5 plus 6, 11, instead of adding in the 10 bar pressure, we are subtracting this 11 bar from 17.9. So new rating would be how much? Under the given loading conditions, these flange can be able to sustain only 7.9 bar. How much pressure we are having? 10 bar. So whether the 10 bar is less than 7.9? No. So we cannot use this 150 class flange. We have to go for the next flange. Let's say it is 300. So again, with the same loading, we are going to check that how much new rating pressure is coming after derating. So this is what the derating. Derating means you are reducing the rating. So this is the concept. So let's say for this in UG44, they have given one equation to take care of this. So if that equation is true, then your condition is safe. So let's say we are going into UG44 flange derating. You can see it over here. UG44, this is the equation what we are talking about. So what it is written, that is also we are going to read it from the code itself. Here 16 ME. ME is what? The external moment. Correct? Is it the torsional moment? No, because it is not having any effect as the flange is not going to get opened because of that. Then there is a force FE. Correct? So FE can be a tensile force which is going to pull the flange and going to open it, or it can be a compressive force. Correct? There could be two directions. But what it is written over here, the external tensile axial force. No compressive force have to be considered. If there is an opposite direction, you should not have any effect on that because it is going to close the flange. We should not take any credit from that. So if it is tensile, means pulling in nature, then only that we have to consider. And that's the reason why I have shown you in PV lead, we have to have the force direction upward. Then only that effect will be considered over here. That's the reason why we have applied minus sign. So that will be in opposite direction to downward, which is upward. So this is the moment and this is the force what we have to consider. And then this is PR, that is the pressure rating, PD. What you can see overall vessel MAWP. FM and PR. FM is a factor. So this is the factor what we are referring to, FM. And this factor is equal to 0.1, 48 minus NPS divided by 56. Earlier, this equation was different in the older version. Earlier, it was considering the bracket starting from 0.1 till the very end, and the whole numerator will be getting divided by 56. It was a mistake. So they have rectified this time, and this has been divided to only 48 minus NPS. So this is how the FM is calculated. So based upon that, this equation will be solved, and we are going to see that whether this equation gives us is getting satisfied or not. If it is satisfied, then we can say whatever rating we have chosen is okay for the given loading as well.